Which extinct species would you bring back, if you have the power? Irish elk. It is a 7-foot deer with their antlers span up to 12 feet. They would go extinct again because their antlers are too damn heavy. And some crazy-ass country would think their antlers cure ball cancer or something. Neanderthals, and all other Homo species that lived at the same time as us. I think the hobbit-like humanoids around Indonesia would be cooler to bring back. I think they're called Homo floresiensis. There's a tale that they coexisted with the humans on the island and stole food from time to time. Got out of hand when they stole a baby, and the tribe went down to the Ebugogo village and killed the lot. Saber-toothed tiger. Here kitty kitty, I got a nice juicy ham for ya. And GT. And when you got your 6 pieces, you gotta get rid of them. Because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover. Now is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to saber-toothed tiger. You got to starve the saber-toothed tigers for a few days. Then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pisshead. You gotta shave the heads of your victims, and pull the teeth out for the sake of the sabby's digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course, but you don't want to go sieving through tiger shit. Now do you? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 saber-toothed tiger to finish the job in one sitting. So be wary of any man who keeps a saber-toothed tiger farm a year. They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single saber-toothed tiger can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a saber-toothed tiger. This would be in a timeline where saber-toothed tigers are brought back from extinction. The moa, how cool would that be? And the giant eagle that used to eat them, too. How else would we get them to mount doom when they wage war on Australia? Ye dinosaur. It's like a long-tailed bird with bat wings. Basically a mini wyvern covered in feathers. With suggestions of woolly mammoths and other fun things to die to popping up in this thread. The one I support the most definitely has to be the literal fucking dragon. Tiny, sure, but it looks way more fucking cool than these stupid ass drones the government calls pigeons. Elephant birds. Just think of emus, but 3 times the size. Better bring back the moa too then. Not quite as big, but still an absolute unit. And of course you have to bring back its natural predator, seagull. Forget worrying about children getting taken away. No adult is safe outside. Woolly rhino and woolly mammoth. I think the Northern Hemisphere could do with some more megafauna. The South hogs it all. I want the giant sloth mammoth. People are working on a modern mammoth to fit in the ecosystem of a warmer Siberia. Why do we even need a warmer Siberia? Make Siberia cold again. Carolina parakeet. They're so poor. The stuffed specimens are pretty. Passenger pigeon. They used to block out the sun. Imagine such a sight. There's actually a project in the works where the eventual goal is to clone a bird that resembles the passenger pigeon in form and function. Right now they've been experimenting with testing the proposed genetic engineering method using domestic pigeons, using domestic breed genetics. If they conclude it has been successful, they may proceed to working with band-tailed pigeons, which are the closest living species related to the passenger pigeon. It's this species which they hope to use as a base from which to clone passenger pigeons. So then the birds would have been made by the government. Edit. OMG, I didn't think this shitty joke would blow up lol. Max_bytes, strip _ICC, Elasmosaurus _PLATYURUS 73 add 533 DD6 784 836 A4 AB 90 AA 56,249,791. JPEG. Bold of you to assume there isn't one in Loch Ness. I had a pretty bad Pokemon Go experience working near Loch Ness in the summer. This mother and son were walking by while I was working the ticket office for the Museum this year. Apparently there was a Pikachu that the son thought was somewhere nearby, but the mother couldn't afford the ticket price. I didn't see a problem with letting him in for a minute to catch the Pikachu, seeing as they wouldn't be inside the building very long. The son gets all excited, runs, trips and falls and starts crying. The mom then started screaming about suing us for not making sure her child was safe. I wished her good luck in her legal pursuits, but said she wouldn't get anything. She claims someone has to pay to replace her son's ripped jacket as she had only just bought it. I asked her how much money it could possibly cost, seeing as it looked like it was a supermarket or Primark brand. She says, about Tree Fitwell. It was about that time I noticed that the child was actually a rugby ball with googly eyes glued to it, and the mom was a 12 feet tall monster from the Mesozoic era, and I said, God damn it, Loch Ness Monster, get off of our property and take your damn egg-shaped ball son with you. All the Pleistocene megafauna. So mammoths, ground sloths, the California tapir, glyptodonts, the European lion, the Ice Age spotted hyena, short-faced bears, diprotodons, Merck's rhinoceros, sloth lemurs, elephant birds, moas, dire wolves, the straight-tusked elephant, saber-toothed cats, gompothers, civatherium, steppe bison, terrestrial crocodiles, megalania, short-faced kangaroos, the marsupial lion, thylacine, various mainland giant tortoises, quagga, megaliceros, and the list goes on. That is an excellent list, and I appreciate that you included the sloth lemur. Though, a couple of my favorites, notably the giant brown sloth and the giant beaver, really should be on there explicitly. Silphium and, about 100 other herbs, wheats, and foods we've lost. For those who don't know, this was the ancient world's most effective and popular contraceptive. Romans supposedly overcultivated it into extinction. It's also believed this is where the heart shape comes from, as this is shape of a silphium seed. How can you extinct something by overculturing it? Genuine question. Tasmanian tiger. Their extinction was unnecessary. They're freaking cool, and bringing them back won't damage the ecosystem and in fact could possibly improve it. Some people believe that they aren't extinct, just extremely endangered, and that the Australian government is keeping things hush-hush to protect the last remaining few. One of the few positive conspiracy theory, considering how absolutely vast the Australian wilderness is and how some species just don't pop up for decades like the Nothamurmesia. I like to believe this conspiracy. Of course, ants are a lot easier to hide than Tasmanian tigers. Quetzalcoatlus, beautiful thing. It would probably end many lives, but beautiful nonetheless. No thank you for an actual link to a pic. Fucking pterodactyls. Those things seem awesome. I'd love to ride one. monsieur. Regular pterodactyls you can ride. Fucking pterodactyls ride you. A fucking pterodactyl, here to PTAR you and you asshole. Giant penguins, Paleoleptini. The world could use some human-sized penguins to terrorize those gigant dragonflies because they look big enough to ride. They cannot live on our planet anymore. They were around when we had a lot more oxygen in our atmosphere. Nowadays there is too little for insects to become this large. Brachiosaurus. They knife white rhinos considering they only just went extinct. * northern white rhino. The southern white rhino is the most numerous species of rhino. Can't they just move a few of them north and then problem solved? I joke, but what's the fundamental difference between the two? I'm pretty sure there was a species of crocodile that could run, so I want that back. Perfect pet for Florida man. The obvious choice would be Deinosuchus, a giant dinosaur alligator. Why? Because it'd cause chaos and wouldn't be as easy to kill as a very obvious T-Rex. Raptors work too now I think about it. I wanted to say after watching What If. It'd be a horrendous idea, but so frickin' cool. My inspiration was Shark Week years ago. The giant fungi from the Silurian period. I need a 20 feet tall mushroom so I can have enough mushrooms to eat on steak night. Edit. Thank you, kind stranger, for your love of mushrooms and silver shiny award that validates me. Then I could finally be a proper smurf with the house and everything. Now I just need to become blue. Edit. People are saying I could eat silver to turn blue, so that award will really come in handy. Now lit T-Rex, because YTF not? There are at least 5 movies stating why this is a bad idea. Edit. Wow, I saw a comment on this thread saying this before me and I thought it would fit here as a response. I don't deserve this credit. Edit 2. The original poster of a similar comment was you, Lukey 5452. Most of those are about why velociraptors are a bad idea. T-Rex more often than not is the deus ex machina that saves the heroes. Actually, there's a whole debate on bring back ancient species using stem cells and DNA. Scientists might have the tech to pull it off, but they're afraid of plagues and what kind of ecological ramifications it would have. Didn't the last time they tried the specimen live like 8 minutes? The ivory-billed woodpecker, the Lord God bird. There have been many efforts to see if they're still around after reported sightings in the 1990s and since, but no conclusive proof that they are not extinct. The thylacine, Tasmanian tiger. Such a majestic creature did not deserve to go extinct. Humans